Okay, so we're here. So yeah, I'm gonna, as per title, I'm gonna rank all the endings. I'm not gonna look in chat. As a rule of a premiere, I'm not gonna look in chat. So I'm gonna just not look in chat and I'm gonna read. Not read. I'm gonna look over the chat and I'm gonna say look at this. I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna look in the chat, but I'm gonna start my ranking. Okay, so I'm not really of that, I don't have that much technology on me, so I couldn't do an actual premiere. So I had to do it live. So yeah, I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna start my countdown. So I'll have for each ranking, I'll have I'll have the ending theme play in each one. I'll have if it's number 4, I'll play the ending theme to that one. If it's number 3, 4, 2, or 1, that pattern. I'll even if it's not if it ends when I'm talking, I'm gonna replay it. So I hope I don't get copyrighted by this crap. So I'm just taking a huge risk on this. So coming in number 4, I'm not gonna look in chat. Remember, coming in number 4 is the music. And number 4 is Pokémon Super Mystery Dungeon. I do like the music. You hear the music play right now. It's the ending theme. But the only reason why I really didn't like it and why it didn't last, it's because it breaks the tradition of having your partner yourself disappear. But in Super Mystery Dungeon, it's the opposite, where your partner Pokemon disappears instead of you, and that just it had left a bad taste in my mouth. And for the first 3 games in the series, we had your partner Pokemon disappear. Why is your partner Pokemon returning? I don't think he's a human or something like that. It's really weird for me. Well, the only saving grace of this is when you fight the final boss of Super Mystery Dungeon, which is kind of a ripoff of Kirby, which you have the name is Dark Matter, which if you played Kirby, one of the antagonists of Kirby is Dark Matter. You just take it from that game series and put it in here, and it's just weird. I just can't believe that. It's really weird. So yeah, but the theme when you fight Dark Matter in Super Mystery Dungeon is actually pretty god tier actually. The first phase isn't really that great, but once you get to that second phase, I love the music that plays during its second phase. And it's probably the reason why I haven't last. I don't know what other reason. And then I'm gonna go to Discord. I'm going to send it. Okay. That's weird. Fuck. Wrong one. I swear I did this one. Oh crap, it's the wrong one. Huh? Sure. Copy a link. Okay. Chill. I'm gonna send it to Ben because he wanted it. So yeah, there you go. I'm gonna go and continue to number 3. In third place, which I had, I'm like it has a fight between number 2. I'm like, they were really hard to place on the list. I finally decided to where to put it on the list. Because I saw that live stream with John that explores the sky, and like that was pretty good, but that's not number 3. But number 3 is it was really hard to put it. But then number 3 would be the original one, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team. And for that, I'm like, hey, it's music. For that, I'm like, I do love the music. You're like, you hear the music right now, I love it so much. But then, like, think about this. The final boss of the original, like, it's just a normal legendary Pokemon. Like, you did, as the bosses of the game, you did fight Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. And I think it was Ho and Lugia too. And like in post game, you also fight Mewtwo, which means it's not original. I'm like okay, it's just it's like a normal random legendary Pokemon coming up, and you fought others before. And this is the first game in the series, so I had to be pretty unique or something like that. Having the final boss to be just a regular legendary Pokemon, but then after you beat him up, you notice why he was so arrogant and he's not noticing. And you see him oh, it's just a comet's coming to Earth, Pokemon World, and trying to go impact, and you have to run up the final tower to tell Rayquaza to destroy for them. But little do you know that you will disappear once that comet is destroyed by Rayquaza. So that's what really happens in that ending. You tell Rayquaza to destroy that comet, that incoming comet, which then explodes, and then you're on the cliffside, the sunrise coming up. And then you're just showing happiness. I'm like, we just destroyed that gun. We're happy. But then you see Gardevoir next to you, and she's telling you, and it's time to go. It's time to go back to the human world. You see those iconic lights come back, come. And then all your teammates will look at you like, what is wrong with you? Why are you like this? Then you tell, I'm sorry, it's about my time. I'm going to have to return to the human world. And everyone's shocked. And it's the first Pokemon, it's the first Pokemon game in general to make you cry. Not for me. I'm a big boy, I didn't cry the 3 of them. I said 3, yeah, 3 out of 4 I cried. Did not cry. And for this one, I'm not that sad. But then, you just they do also all of them cry too. Even the first Pokemon you're rescued in this game, comes in there and helps you, mourns for you. Especially your partner, Pokemon. Which then you go in light, and you go up. But then and then I think something happens, and then you return to the game. And so as for number 4, you don't return. The partner Pokemon doesn't return. The fire Pokemon does not return. The fire Pokemon doesn't return in some mystery dungeon, which is pretty makes it more sad, or more like not as sad. But as for like this game, like it makes you more have a happy ending. Like you're feeling happy even after the motion you see. Like same like I'm like that's also what I felt for for the sequels, to this game. Explore the time, darkness, and sky. That was actually pretty sad, and then I noticed, I'm like, oh, you returned. Happy. And then coming in number 2, like, in the runner-up spot, is, as what I told you, Pokemon's Mystery Dungeon explores of time, darkness, and sky, which, those were the original 2, and they were pretty difficult to find. And plus their music's also pretty sad too. And like you remember, like this was also the stream that when John beat it, and his voice just made it even more emotional. Like he's like the perfect guy to actually like narrate these games. You hear the music right here right now. It's pretty sad. So I'm like there's no more. It's like the same as the first one, which is Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team. So yeah, I'm like they're like the same. Like the story is like not the same one. Like there's no comic coming to you. It was like there's a story where the beginning of the game which is where you're a time traveler and you're going through time, right? And there's this Pokemon called Darkrai who sees you time hopping with their Pokemon called Grovyle, which is like time, and then he disturbs you while you're time hopping, which means you split from Grovyle, and then you turn into a Pokemon, right? And then you have amnesia, of course. And then that's where you most your step, and then you meet your partner Pokemon, and then you see Grovyle returns, but then he tries to persuade you that he was your Pokemon, but then of course you got amnesia, so you don't remember anything that happened, and then you stimulate the time gears to restore the land and how it was. And he's like, and you fold his plans. But then you realize that that Dusknoir is actually the bad guy. And then they suited the future, and they're back and forth until you realize that Grovyle was actually doing the right choice. And he's doing that. So you go back to your time, go back to your world, and then you persuade the Pokemon that are guardian of the time gears to give it to you. You go back to the future. Put him in the slot. Of course, you get confronted by Primal Dialga, which is aka the final boss of the game. And then you beat him, and then he was just going nuts. It was because he went insane because he didn't notice anything what he was doing, and then you put in the time gears in the slots. And then that's when the sad part comes in. You try to go back to the Rainbow Stone ship, that's where you come from. That's how you got into the place. Okay, I think it's Temporal Tower. That's where you got to Temporal Tower. And you notice, you're starting to give off light. And then same thing happens. Same sad stuff happens. And you start crying, it's like, your partner starts crying, like, don't go. What will I be when you're gone? And then, he gives you straight up advice, too. You give up straight advice. He's like, if we change the future, all Pokemon from the future are destined to disappear. That's why I'm destined to disappear too. And then you disappear, and then your partner starts crying all the way down. He goes back to the guild. You help him out. And then the happy part comes in, where Dialga helps and gives you a wish. Gives your partner Pokemon a wish. Which he resurrects yourself, and he he resurrects you, and then that's mostly like the ending of the game, which really did not sad me. Okay, for number 1, this game made me cry hard. I'm not like this is like the second game. This is like the third game in the series, which by the first time I really didn't cry because it's the first time I'm watching it. But when I rewatched it, hell, that was sad. That was so sad. The tears were rolling from my eyes, and I wasn't the man who always cries. And then I fell down crying. It's so sad. And that game is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity. And here's the music to it. And it's on the 3DS. But it makes it extra sad because when you fight to find a boss, which is, Bitter Cold, which is the, final boss, which, where I think it was when Kyurem unleashed it, because he's an ice type Pokemon, Ice Dragon to be exact. And he's like that, but Bitter Cold is literally invincible, and you somehow because the winds that are blowing you away from it are powered by negative energy. Which we know what's the opposite of negative energy? Positive energy. So all Pokemon all around the land, all Pokemon around the land helps you. They give you don't give up. Don't try, don't get defeated. Try hard. Don't do it. Give up. Don't give up. Then you actually destroy it for the first phase, and then he notices you. And then he's like, and then the sole reason why you're trying to get it back, the sole reason why you're fighting is because there's something called the Rainbow of Hope, which because I think happens every 1,000 years or so, which barely happens anymore because there's some evil coming here. You must destroy the evil to see the rainbows of hope. And when you beat the first phase, you see at least one of the rainbows, and then and then the evil cloud comes back. He's like, and it was like, I want to see that rainbow again. You better beat him again. Beat him for once. Never give up. Destroy him for once. And holy moly, I love those type of games. When the final boss, people cheer on for you to not give up and beat it. I love those games. And so you manage to beat it, and then you fall into and then you go to a world of consciousness where you and your partner wake up. And Kyurem comes down there, tells you all the crap what happened, and then you wake up on the island, and you're happy, you wake. But then at night you go up to which I think was on the edge, you go up the hillside where I think where Hydreigon appears, but then Hydreigon died earlier, or before the final battle, but then his spirit turned into a guy who sends off people when you're dead, right? Those guys, those type of angels that send people off to heaven or something like that. But then he tells you, he's like, it's gonna be hard to say, but I'm like, you gotta go, man. You go back to the human world. I just can't handle this. I'm almost crying talking about this. like to say to examine like like you're also in shock. Like, am I actually gonna disappear? And Neil's gonna tell you, if you decide to do this, there's a distortion in the space-time continuum. If you don't do this, reality will tear apart. And like, you got no choice but to go. And then he also tells you, everybody in this island will forget you. And I was like, oh my god, this is sad. So like, you're also shocked. You're like, I gotta do this. I don't want my people to suffer. I don't want them to tell them that I'm leaving, and then they'll forget it. So then he asks you, he's like, will you tell everyone to say goodbye? And you're like, no. And he's shocked, and like, here's the reason why not let them suffer. So like the next morning, he'll go to the same cliffside in the morning. And you're like, are you ready to go? And the lights start going, and I'm like, oh no. So you go up, and then you notice it's like a regular, and he's like, it's like a regular day at the town. Everyone, your partner Pokemon, Parisian, Emolga, all those Pokemon. But then they notice, they look right at you. They look right at you, and it's like, bruh. He's like, this can't be, but they forgot. How are they looking at me? And then, I think Hydreigon gives you some type of recording device, which, which your Pokemon partner gave to you, but like he recorded it at the night. Like last night, he recorded that. Which is then he saved it and gave it to a Hydreigon to give it to you. And it's like even more sad. I'm like, Jesus, how is it even more sadder? He said, like, Hydreigon told me everything what will happen to you. Even if we promise to stay forever together. Even if you disappear. Even if we forget. We won't forget you. I'm like, oh my, my heartstrings. My heart. I'm like, wow. I just can't handle this anymore. So then it was only him talking, and then everybody else from the town comes up and tells their own story, and I was like, I started crying on that. I'm like, you want the exact lines? I got them. I'm like. I mean, go get the exact dialogue that happens. Athena, no, this is what happens. You're in the morning. Like, I see. Then here we go. And then you have, and then it's like, then your partner like, this like right now. Is this the moment? Has everyone already forgotten me? Even Oshawa. But there's no way. I was summoned here because of Hydreigon's wish, and I succeeded in having the world like I was supposed to do. At least I was able to help everyone here. At least I was able to protect my friends. Shouldn't that be enough? And this music plays. I'm like, get up. It's surprisingly fast. When I watched the others from the hill, it's hardly even looked like looked like they were moving, but Post Town looks pretty small now. It's been quite a while since we started to. I can't. It's going so fast. It's been quite a while since we started rising. We're pretty high already. But even with how small it looks now, I think I could still recognize every last Pokemon in Post Town. That's right. What is it? What is it? No, you. What is it? What is it, D? You want to see paradise one last time? Of course. I have no objection. Let's go. And then you go to the exact town you were when you go back to your town where you fell asleep. Oh, I can see paradise. I didn't know. You see everyone at work, like, oh, it's Oshawa. And he's talking with Quagsire, but it's just a normal day in paradise. Only this time I'm not part of it. And everyone looks at you. Oshawa is looking up at us. He's not looking away. Everyone. But they were all supposed to have forgotten me. That's right, that's it. They've just noticed the light. They aren't looking at me. But they're looking at one another. Now. I feel like we are still connected somehow, even if they don't remember me. I'm glad that I got to see all their faces once more. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Oshawa. It's so sad. We're ready to move on? Then off you go. Goodbye, Oshawa. Even if you forget, I will always remember. Always. I will never forget you. Thank you, Oshawa. Goodbye, be happy. What a beautiful flawless sky. If I recall, that the sky was this perfect and blue when I first came here. Look at that, so beautiful. And then look at the rainbows of hope. It's the rainbows of hope. The rainbows have appeared again today. I'm glad this will be my last sight of the Pokemon world. I'm glad to see them, the rainbows of hope. I'm afraid this is how far to go. I could surely owe so much for what you have done. I can't even begin to imagine how I should thank you. I am overwhelmed by this great sense of gratitude toward you. Thank you very much. And finally, please take this. He gives what Oshawa gives. This is a Frism. It belonged to Oshawa. This is Oshawa's Frism. The truth is that last night during the celebration, Oshawa approached me. And he said, if the day ever came when you must return to the human world, that I was to give you this. And then Oshawa handed me the Frism that you now hold. I'm sure of it. This is the Frism that was Oshawa's precious treasure. Why would he? Now I must take my leave. Thank you so very, very much. Please have a good life. Goodbye. The Frism is white inside. There is something recorded in it. Can you hear me? Oh, that's Oswald's voice. If you are listening to my voice on this prism, then I guess that means the time has already come for you to leave our world. I know I told you what to leave before, but I always have been searching for something. What I wanted was to someone to laugh with, someone to suffer with, even fight with. Someone I would trust so completely that it wouldn't matter if we did fight. A true friend. That's what I was searching for. And I finally found one, and that was you. We are true friends, you and me. You have been my dearest friend. And that's why I wanted to that's why I wanted us to stay together forever. But then I realized something. You are a human. And that means you must have important people in the human world as well. And those people, they must be so worried about you right now. I don't want to make those people sad. Even if we have to say goodbye, I will watch you go with a smile. And even if we don't see each other anymore, I'll still be thinking of you every day. I will never forget you. I heard all about it from Hydreigon. About the light that will carry you away, and about the way everyone will forget about you. Maybe that's what will happen. But even so, I won't ever forget you. Oshawa, come on, we've changed. We even changed fate by now, haven't we? Sorry, Janelle. They might slap my back. Our friendship isn't something that's gonna disappear so easily. So no matter how great the distance is between us, wherever you are, whenever it is, I won't ever forget you. And I'm not the only one. Hey, Phoenix. Hey, are you listening? Emolga. They think we're just gonna forget you or something? Like that ever happen? Are you kidding me? I know I won't ever forget you either. After all, you're my hero. Don't sparse. Thank you. I won't be forgetting a single moment. You've done so many good things for us. When I think of how much you meant to us, there's just no way to forget. And even Verizian. Hey, you thought you'd just sneak off without saying a word, huh? But we understand. That was just your way of trying to be kind. That's how much you care about everyone, isn't it? So we will quietly watch you go without interfering. But please don't worry about a thing. We won't ever forget our sweet you. Umbreon. Espeon. Me too. I couldn't ever forget you. I still remember the first time you ever set foot in Postdown. There's no way I'd forget about that, Even if I do forget, then I just his sad sound. Quagsire. Thank you for everything. I won't be forgetting a single moment. The same goes for all the post-towners. For everybody, yeah! Swanna and all the Pokemon from town. It's quite sad to say goodbye after you came all the way to our world, but we won't forget you. So Phoenix, please not Phoenix, it's so you. please remember us sometimes too, okay? Have a real good life, okay? Even you need a if you need a house built, you know who to call. I think that's what he said. I think it's Lillipup for the first one. Have a really good life, okay? And I think over here I think is Garter. If you need a house to build, if you need a house built, you know who to call. That's Garter. I'd go all the way to the human world for a friend like you. You guys, all of you. Do you hear all that? Everyone insists that they aren't going to forget you. So even if tomorrow comes, and with that light, some comes to carry you away. It may seem like we will lose all our memories, but the truth is, even if we have to defy fate, we will not forget. Everyone remembers that you fought harder than all the rest of us. That's why we cannot forget. That's why there's no way we would forget. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us. Thank you for being one of us. Goodbye. Please have a good life. Everyone, goodbye. Take care. Sob. Oshawott. Even when you said you wanted me to stay, even though I promised you. Yeah, this is a flashback to when they first met. Please, Phoenix, just stay here with us forever, okay? Really? Alright. I'm so relieved. Thanks. I don't know what they first said. But you already knew, didn't you? About that I wouldn't be keeping that promise? That I would have to leave you someday? And in the end, when our eyes seemed to meet across the sky, those eyes were fixed on me. Bird, okay, that's an ad. I'm sure of it. Oshawott, everyone. You didn't forget about me. You remembered me, didn't you? You looked up at the light knowing it was me. To say goodbye. Even you even managed to overcome your fate to forget me. Oshawott still, everyone still. They still remember me. Oshawott, my friends. Sob. Man, he's just crying on the floor. One partner crying on the floor. Okay, this is not a stream. This is if you read my description, read the description. Like, really, there's nothing happening at the end of it. Like, this is like the post-credits scene if you want to know. Yeah, this is like what he said in the post-credit. This was said in the post-credit scene. Goodbye. Goodbye, Phoenix. No matter how great the distance is between us, even if we never meet again, our hearts will always be together. I will always be with you in spirit. Forever and ever. The end. See, that's like I even almost cried on stream. Not on stream, but on this video. I'm like, it's so sad. And then like that was number 1, so then like if you came this late, you just rewind this stream. You rewind this thing to actually see the bottom the last picks. You know the the last place, third place, and second place to see those picks. So then I'm like, of course, this is like actually like a premiere, so I'm not going on the radio, of course. So that was mostly it. I'm like, I'm telling you, I'm like, even if John can't stream Gets to Infinity, I'm like, I'm recommending him to stream it because it's so dang sad. I don't even think Ben could withstand that ending. I'm like, Ben like almost quit the stream of crying for the Explore the Sky one, and that for me that one like didn't even budge me to cry. But for me, like Gates to Infinity's ending, I just said it. It just almost made me cry. I'm like, Jesus, wow. Even if I'm thinking Ben will just like to get out of the stream altogether because it's so sad. So yeah, that was mostly it. So I'm like, see you next. So yeah, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow at my, on my, of course, on my Pokemon Go stream. On my Pokemon Go stream, community stream. See you all then. And this was my ranking, and goodbye.